Hello, welcome to another Crystal Collective tutorial. Today we are making the Sandia bracelet. If you ordered this kit, you should have 2 containers of beads. One will be our turquoise howlite bead, and the other will be our silver pewter spacers with our string. Now, if you've ever been to the shop to make a bracelet before, you know that I love these little bead trays. It's very easy to keep your beads sorted and in line. If you don't happen to have one of those at home, another great alternative is just a piece of felt or sturdy cloth that will prevent your beads from bouncing off of your workspace and onto the floor. Something else I like to use is some little ramekins or sauce dishes or ring dishes. Those kind of help wrangle the beads as well. You should have your stretch cord, and it will have a little blue tab of painter's tape. I put that at the end so that the beads don't fall off. While we're making it, we don't have to put a knot and worry about that. For our Sandia bracelet, we're going to start by laying out 8 of the howlite beads on one side. You'll notice that they look like they could be turquoise by their color, but they are very light. They're much too light for turquoise. If you're familiar with any kind of turquoise at all, it's heavy. It feels like a rock. And howlite is light. It's a very light stone. So we're going to string all 8 of the howlite beads on one side before we add our first spacer. Howlite to me is such a fun, turquoise howlite, such a fun summer bead. Okay, now we're going to pull out that big spacer. And we have these little spacers, and I'm going to line these out. You should have 6 of them in total. And for the next step of the bracelet, we're going to alternate these with the howlite beads. You should have your 8 howlite beads. I'm going to start with the pewter spacers here. We're going to alternate spacer and another bead. I'm going to do spacer and then another bead. And we are going to keep doing that, alternating one after the other until we run out of the spacers. And you should have 6. And after you've got all the spacers on, that's what the middle of the bracelet should look like. Now we're going to do the same thing that we started with. We're going to finish with 8 more turquoise howlite beads. All right. After you have all of the howlite and the spacers on, we're going to finish with our geometric bead here to hide the knot. So that's what it should look like when all the beads and all the packets are strung. What I like to do, I always, for every bracelet, I hold it tight before I knot it and I try it on and make sure it's going to fit nice. Maybe I want another bead. Maybe I want to take it out. I think that's perfect. This is the kit for the 7-inch bead. If you ever want, or 7-inch bracelet, the number of beads for a 7-inch bracelet. If you ever want a bigger bracelet or a smaller bracelet, just let me know. I can always customize that for you. So before we tie the knot, I'm going to pull off the painter's tape, set that aside so that I can pull off the knot, tie off the knot unencumbered here. It's just a simple double knot, but you want to hold the stretch cord pretty taut when you do it. That's what your first double knot's going to look like. And we're just going to tie another knot right on top of that. There you go. Now we're going to take this little tail and cut that off and do it as close without ruining the knot. We hide it in that bead. And here. There you go, the Sandia bracelet. Perfect for summer. Cannot wait to go to the beach with that. See you next time.